YouTube. Welcome to another video on Pokemon Go. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what is Shadowban. So this video is going to be a strictly information based video. I'm not going to teach you guys how to hack. I assume you already know that. So what we are going to cover is what is Shadowban. If you're not shadow banned, what are the steps that you can take to avoid getting shadow banned? And if you are shadow banned, what are the next steps that you need to follow? So to start off, I'm just going to show you guys that I'm already shadow banned. Now, after I hit this OK button, you're gonna see a red message. That message is the easiest indicator to show that you're shadow banned. See, if you get this sort of a message, that means you are shadow banned or you're well on your way to being shadow banned in the future. So, what is shadow ban? Let me just first talk about that. So, Niantic already knows that 90% of the um, players in Pokemon Go are botted or accounts or spoofers, so they don't really take a huge drastic step against them. They could easily do that. Like we all are aware of the 2 hour gap. So if I'm in one part of the world and if I travel to another part of the world, if I just give a 2 hour gap, I mean, we don't get banned. Everyone knows that. But if Niantic actually wanted, they already have our latitudes and longitudes. They could easily ban our account depending on our teleportation. But they don't do that because it's accepted that spoofers are out there. So this is just one measure that they take just to deter us from cheating, um, so that we don't ruin the game for the rest of the millions of players who are playing legit. So during Shadowban, you get to see this message, and if you're a player under 15 or level 18, this message is going to go away in about a week. But if you're a higher level player above level 25, this message is going to take about 15 days to disappear. So during this 1 week or 5 days, 1 week or 15 days, depending on which bracket you belong to, yeah, depending on that, you'd be able to see rare Pokemon, or the common ones. So during the shadow ban, Niantic will take away your view for seeing any of the rare Pokemon out there. So basically, if you're right now, I'm playing in Santa Monica Bay. So as you can see, I can see only Wailmers, Aeron, all the common ones which are out there. So if you have another friend probably playing beside you in the same location, your friend would get to see a lot of other rare spawns, which you will not be able to see during this period from your account. But I'll tell you how you can still see those Pokemon. There's a trick for that. So basically, I'll provide a in the description. I'll provide a comprehensive list of the name of the Pokemon that you can see during this period. You guys can add a few names if I happen to miss any. Now, what are the steps to prevent Shadowban? I'll go over that first. Now, in order to prevent Shadowban, you need to make the game think that you're human. You need to simulate human behavior. How do you do that? So, for a normal human being, we wouldn't. I mean, for a normal human being, it's impossible to get it's impossible to get soft banned because they would be going from one place to another, using proper transport, and there won't be any teleportation involved over there. So try to not get soft banned because Niantic is generous right now. They are just letting people off the hook even if they get soft banned. And but if Niantic wants, they could actually record the number of times that you get soft banned and then permanently on your account. So just to keep the future in mind, if you're playing on your main account, I would suggest to um, if you are teleporting, make sure to keep that 2 hour gap. Do not get soft banned. Try to minimize you yourself getting soft banned. Okay. Another thing that you need to keep in mind is a normal player would be playing this game for a couple of hours per day, maybe 4 or 5. If you want to play this game for extended periods of time, give it some rest so that Niantic doesn't think that you're a bot. So you need to make sure that you seem human to the game basically. No one out there knows exactly how the algorithm works. So these are just a few steps that if you keep in mind, you have high chances of not letting your account get banned. Okay? You need to be careful if you actually care about it. If you wanna behave rashly, you could just create a new account and test the limits of the game. Now, this was for the players who are not shadow banned, what they could do. So even in this category, there are two types of people. For people who are getting to see the message, but still getting to see the rare spawns. That's one category. So for those people, the message is not going to take about 15 days to go away. It's just an indication for the game to tell you that stop cheating. Now, for another section of people who are actually shadow banned like myself, what I did was I installed the Pokesniper application and tried to snipe Pokemon, and it logged into my Google account and got me banned, shadow banned. So make sure to not give access to any third-party applications if you want to keep your application, if you want to keep your account safe. That's what got me banned. Now, coming to people who are banned. So, for people who are banned, the game still lets you do a couple of things. The game still lets you hatch Pokemon. I have I have an egg on hatch right now. So the game is still going to let you hatch. If you want to walk for hours and hours, you can let the you can let all of your eggs hatch during this time. You would get to interact. 1 second. You're free to interact with Pokestops, and you're free to interact with Pokestops. You're free to use lure modules. You're free to use incenses. Now, speaking of incense, suppose speaking of incense, suppose you're playing with a friend in the same location, and your friend sees some rare spawns. If there's a Pokemon that you really want during this time, then if just go ahead and use one of your incenses for 30 minutes, you that actually gives you visibility of Pokemon that you normally wouldn't be seeing in your shadow period. So that is a nifty trick. If you want to see rare Pokemon in that location for the next 30 minutes, just go ahead and use your incense. You'd be able to see those Pokemon. Okay. So you can interact with Pokestops, you can use lure modules, you can hatch your eggs, you can use incenses to catch your Pokemon. These are all of the steps that you can do. These are all of the things that you can do. So take your time. Take your time to. I would suggest take your time to level up during your shadow ban, because you can interact with as many Pokestops that you can. So you shouldn't necessarily be wasting this period thinking you can't do anything. Normally I spend a large section of my time just sniping Pokemon, so I don't really get the opportunity to level up. So this actually gave me ample time for me to bring my account up from level 27 to level 30. So make sure you are concentrating on gaining XP during this time. I'll leave a couple of um, I'll leave a couple of latitudes and longitudes in the description below of the places which are densely populated with Pokestops, such as the Santa Monica Pier that you see over here. And basically that is it. I mean, I have already spoken all of the things that I wanted to speak to you guys about. um, okay. Okay, before ending this video, I just wanted to show you guys the Pokemon that I caught during my Shadowban period. So this is a Heracross. I'll show you the capture date. Today's 11th. I caught it yesterday. So basically, what I did was I noted down the coordinates of this Pokemon. I went to that location. Then I switched on my incense, and this Pokemon came right in front of me. So if you have Pokemon, if you're seeing Pokemon during this time that you want to snipe so badly, you can use your incenses during this time. I mean, I normally never ever use my incenses. So this actually was a good time for me to use those items that I had stocked up for God knows how long. Anyway, guys, I mean, I hope this video has helped you. Be sure to leave a like um, if this has helped you. Subscribe to the channel. Comment if you have any issues, and I'll try my best to help you out. And I'll see you guys in another video. Till then, take care.